everybody. This is Alana, and I am with Ways of Thinking. I'm joined by David Udica from Uber. Would you like to introduce yourself, David?
Sure. Thanks, Alana. I'm David Iudica. I run first-party measurement analytics and global insights at Uber Ads.
Wonderful. And you talked about the $100 billion funnel and how Uber Eats shapes choice, consumer choice. It is a huge question, and it's a huge undertaking. You talked about how you combined ethnographies and large-scale quantitative data, which is, again, pretty big undertaking. So when you combined those two methodologies, what did ethnographies uncover that quantitative data and quantitative research alone would not have revealed?
Yeah, I think it was really important for me to include mobile ethnography as part of the methodology because you showed an example during the presentation of a video of a customer actually going through the process themselves. What we saw was like them making a decision in real time.
Yeah.
And the fact is that sort of availability of all these different options changed their minds while they were actually going through the mobile experience, which is something that we would have missed if we relied on different formats. So it was really crucial for us to make sure that we got those video testimonials and that real-time understanding, again, of we see a lot of first-party data.
Sure.
You know, what is happening.
Yeah.
You really want to understand why they're doing it and
Yeah.
how they're thinking about it as they go through these scenes.
Yeah, I really appreciate that because looking at click data or time on a certain page on the app does not reveal what somebody is thinking and why they're making these choices. And that really inspired you to think about a pretty transformational shift in looking at the app of Uber Eats as not just a transactional funnel, but as like this whole experience that users are going through. So how does that change the way Uber Eats thinks about interacting with its consumers?
Yeah, I think like it's a shifting consumers generally speaking in terms of there's a lot of algorithmic mess and a lot of AI slop that's all out there, and it's really hard to decipher, who to trust in making those decisions. And one of the things that we talked about in the presentation is that how consumers really want to feel confident in these decisions that they make. And so in order to feel the most confident, we want to go to trusted sources. So apps like ours are integral in just discovering things. Like, I'm hungry for a burger. Let me go and discover which burger to actually buy. What's the best choice for me at this moment? And consumers have that love menu of choices for what we're calling like a digital, food court.
Yeah.
Differentiators.
I love that. And I love how you think about not just like Uber Eats as this whole monolithic place where you can order food, but there are distinct categories that people really think about when they're ordering. And it's not just one or the other. Things can be true at the same time. You can be a curious eater and you can be a loyal eater, right?
That's right. Yeah. I love that you're using that. Yeah.
We're making curious and loyal eater happen here.
We're finding that across multiple categories as well. Like I said, a customer could, two things could be true at the same time. We're really complex as customers.
Yeah.
And we could be both loyal to a brand, and we could also be curious about what other brands might lie around the corner. Especially with something like food, where we really do want to try out different things. It's just an interesting landscape in space to really play with, and when you have the combination of an ad or an offer to be able to put in front of the customer to facilitate their decision-making process, and again, when you're additive to the experience of a customer, no matter what it is, if it's an ad, offer, whatever it is, it's going to work. Love you're that. Adding to the experience of the customer.
Yeah. Well, I am leaving this interview hungry for insights and maybe for some food delivery.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, David. I really appreciate you joining us. Awesome. This has been Ways of Thinking. We'll see you next time. Bye.